Inviting some people. Let's get this started. YouTube's taking a while. I'm on YouTube, Keep Arkansas Legal, YouTube the same, Gab, and Parler. So I'm sharing this out. I'm going to wait for a few people to get online here. I guess I will start this at maybe 9:05. Y'all like, share, comment. If you don't get notifications from me, get notifications. I will try to get, if someone wants to go on camera, I'll try to do that if I know them. A lot of stuff going on, but I want to talk about the one thing that's going on that everyone seems to be focused on, and that is the coronavirus. Music is from Wolf's Rain, Lord Darsha. I don't own the copyrights. Wolf's Rain, one of the greatest animes ever made. Has no music. Hey Rick, hey Caroline, hey Dwayne. Not in the car this time. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, it has been an insane week, day, month, year. Oh man. Start off with the Wuhan virus, and then that progressed on to well, I guess since it is an election year, Democrats certainly can't talk about their record. So now they are dealing with this latest incident, which seemed to have occurred at almost perfect timing to bail out the what was the failing Wuhan virus agenda of trying to shut down businesses. Lots of people were already, and I think they don't like our outstanding. I don't know what you're trying to say there, cat and dog lover. Yeah, BLM, that's kind of the thing I'm going to talk about, is there's an organization called BLM known as Black Lives Matter. That's what they call themselves. And Black Lives Matter is leading the new protest over the murder of George Floyd. For those who don't know, George Floyd was a black guy in Minneapolis, Minnesota, who may or may not have been involved with some kind of counterfeit money scheme. They're claiming that he may have been found with counterfeit money, and he may have had some other stuff in the past. But he was murdered in the streets of Minneapolis by one cop named Derek Chauvin. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing his name. It doesn't matter. Derek Chauvin murdered George Floyd by putting his knee on his neck and suffocating him well beyond the limits of what a human body can endure. Matter of fact, he was choked 2 minutes after he lost his pulse. And usually after about, you lose blood to the brain after a couple minutes, you get brain damage, and beyond that is death. And honestly, it's really weird about what's going on. Hey, Scott. Feel free to like, share, and comment. Invite some other people online. I'm actually going to do that right now on my Facebook page. I got my laptop right here next to me, so if you see me looking at it, that's what I'm looking at. I posted a couple links. One is some of my encounters with the police. Some of my instances where I've had to deal with police. Is not as extreme as obviously what has happened, but it is something that I wanted to share with folks just so people know. Yeah, everybody in some way or form has to deal with the police at some point in time, And sometimes it may not be good, sometimes it may be bad, it may be, you know, something lethal even. So I'm going to post the link to share with others. So what you can do is you can take this link, even if you're busy, copy it, paste it, and go somewhere else. Let me put this on Gab, which is an alternative to Facebook. Facebook deliberately limits my broadcasts in particular because I've been a conservative. Yeah, Kevin, I was just saying that. Yeah, I posted to an alternative to Twitter called Gab and another one called Parler. And they're not as popular as Facebook, so I'm still using it. But of course, they have a few more people that get on there. And then of course, I posted a bunch of other... Yeah, of course they are. Whoa. I think one of my cameras may be off a little bit. Let me adjust this phone here. I got kind of a halo thing going with my phone. When I set this up, this is basically my computer room, and it's got a / storage area. It's got a bunch of crap here that needs to be probably donated or thrown away. All electronics. Got some, I think it's a machete. I think it's a machete in the background there, and some other posters. Above is of course Ronald Reagan, guy who fought against. Yeah, Facebook does a lot of way of censoring people. Sometimes they'll hide your comments. I actually have a video of where I was commenting on, I think, a CNN broadcast of one of the Democrat debates, and it was, to me, it showed me as my comment showing up, but then when I checked, when I had Rebecca, my girlfriend, look at what was the broadcast, it wasn't there. So Facebook does a lot of ways of shadow banning. They'll say you'll show you're making a comment, but in reality you're not. And yeah, they'll kick people off. They'll cut broadcasts. They cut the broadcast to Ted Cruz, and he was talking to hey Erica. When he was talking to Rosenstein about that FISA court crap. But the thing I wanted to focus on is, of course, the Black Lives Matter thing. And I wanted to focus on what they actually are supposedly believe in. Because they call themselves Black Lives Matter, and they claim that everything they do is in regards to injustice that is done to black people. And what I have seen from them in the past and from now is that they seem to care more about hating Trump's whites in the USA. They seem to care more about hatred than actually black lives. What I've seen is that every time of these protests, first they do the hands up, don't shoot chant, which is a line that was supposedly used by Michael Brown when he was surrendering to a police officer in Ferguson, Missouri. Of course, that was witnessed by one person. Every other witness, the Obama FBI, and every other investigation showed that Michael Brown tried to punch and beat up the cop, and this was after he had punched and beat up a gas station owner. Some guy, I think his name was Muhammad. He was some Muslim guy that, of course, nobody in the media cares about. In other words, it was most likely a lie. Hands up, don't shoot was a lie. It was made up. Hey, Bria. I'm sorry, that's what the police investigated. That's what the FBI said. That's what every other witness there said. So they chant this hands up, don't shoot thing. They repeat it over and over again, hoping it'll become true. Hey, Sarah. And then they use another popular chant is F the police. And you can kind of, figure out what F stands for. Of course, if you watch the video, you know what it stands for. If you're going to chant F the police, you really can't expect to have a peaceful protest. But more importantly, they seem to, again, care more about hating the police than hating, let's say, drug dealers. People who sell poison to little kids and often wind up being the reason where most black people get shot. You know, there's so many deaths in Chicago and in these blue cities and states. Whether usually it's kids shooting each other over drug territory or avenging a previous murder regarding that, or a gang turf war. That's usually what it is, and then innocent bystanders get killed. You know, little kids or grandma that happens to be in the way, or sometimes they're directly even targeted because these people are just downright evil. It's mainly crack, cocaine, and of course the cocaine mainly comes across the Mexican border via truck across bridges that should have been blown up when Trump first came to office. I don't know what's going on with the comments, Kevin. Like I said, Facebook likes to censor. What I do is I go into Parler and Gab, and I'm checking them. I'll check them so I can see what's going on. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not Lord Zuckerberg. I'm far from his power in terms of what we can do. And I mean, there's this. But anyway, BLM has done these protests before. As I mentioned before, they did them in Ferguson. What they happened in Ferguson, a bunch of Antifa folks showed up and they started riots. They lit fires. Usually a bunch of pasty, fat, or lanky-looking white dudes come out of their grandma's basement getting a check from George Soros to light stuff on fire and smash some windows. And then BLM and then other kids who don't have fathers, have been grown up in the gangster culture, and likely have a drug habit, end up coming in and stealing stuff. And usually you have kind of a mixture of the two, joining